Congratulations. All right. Hey, guys, let's jump right into it. First of all, happy Thursday. Good to see everybody here. Thank you guys for showing up with the right attitude, right mindset. I'm going to address an elephant in the room. Some of you guys think I'm a damn asshole because you're like, why is he so aggressive? Why is he pushing so hard on me? I don't want to listen to any of that shit he's talking about. You know, works for him, doesn't work for me. You might not say it out loud, you think it, okay? Not everybody on this call, half of you for sure. So let me real quick remind you guys. I started a karate school with $50, okay? Ran it up to where we did 6.9 million a year. I did not graduate college. I'm smart. I'll give myself that. Okay. But I work hard and I have the intention of changing my family tree. My daddy was poor. My grandfather was poor. My great grandfather was poor. Like we had nothing except love and hard work. But the deal is this. I get a call this morning. My mom's off to the ER thinking she has a blood clot. Okay. Luckily, it was something different. She's good. But success gives you the opportunity where things that are massively stressful for most people are just an inconvenience because you have the resource and knowledge and connections of people. By the way, success isn't just money. How many connections do you have? Do you have a doctor friend you can call to get you into the hospital faster? Do you have someone at the bank when you need a loan that you have a direct relationship with? How many relationships are you building? That's a form of wealth. Okay, your health is a form of wealth. So when some of you guys are resistant to the push I give on you, most of the time is because you actually understand that you know you're capable of more, you know you should be more, you want to be more, but you've already given up a little bit. You've already said, you know what, the only way I'm going to get there is if I win the damn lottery. Who's ever thought that before? You're never going to become wealthy unless you win the lottery. Come on now. Half of you guys on the shit, everybody on this call probably thinking that right now, okay? Because the world's stacked against you because you weren't given a lot of truths. You were told to make good grades, so you can go to a good college, so you can get a damn good job that pays you $60,000 a year, but you want to spend $150 a year. Like, and the world's not getting cheaper. You know, when a tiny little bottle of water is $4, the world's not getting cheaper. Okay. So I'm not here to give you a bunch of motivation. I want you to take away one thing from a college you actually write notes on. If you don't know how to write notes, I did not know how to write notes. So I've got journals everywhere and I just write a bunch of stuff in there and just reread the same notes. A lot of times I end up writing the same thing. I'm not a good note taker. I just take a lot of notes. Okay. But something about writing it down makes it pop in the head and you keep it there. So I'm not here to hurt you guys. I literally want to move you, motivate you, encourage you, inspire you. So you figure out what to do with your life and recognize that you're probably in one of the best opportunities, no matter where you are right now in life, no matter how bad it seems. Because think about this. I told the guy in the gym today. Okay. Who's ever not gone to the gym because you had an intention to go, but you're like, I'll sleep in a little bit, hit the snooze button. Okay. Movement's a privilege. There's people that can't get out of the bed, right? They don't have the physical ability. They don't have the financial wherewithal to even get in transportation. You guys have all that. So you should be moving your body and growing your mind and growing your heart set every day because you can. It's a privilege. Because one day, guess what? You won't be able to. One day, okay, you're going to need help even just going to the damn bathroom. All right. Someone's going to have to wipe your own damn ass. Let's let that be a long time from now, by the way. Okay. So it's a privilege. I'm not here to hurt you. I want to move you guys to the best possible version of yourself. Okay. So today I want to talk about, hopefully, for you guys on the Cardone University. By the way, if you're not doing that every day and your employers provide you an opportunity to have free education to be a better person, to understand marketing better, sales better, communication better, you probably shouldn't have a job in the personal development space. Like, it's designed to help you be inspired and motivated and encouraged. So 4 levels of action. You guys should know this. Okay. You have a job in front of you. There's 4 levels of action you can do. The first action is do nothing. Do nothing. That's pretty much impossible because, like, right now, you guys can't be doing nothing because you showed up for the damn call. The call is about 15 people light today. That means 15 people, they did nothing. Okay. They got lost. They got confused. They got distracted. They made some excuse. They think they already know it. Anybody that thinks they already know it, first question is, you should ask them how many zeros they got behind their name in their bank account. Okay. And if you got more money than them, probably, that means you also got more sense than them. It's okay to recognize that you aren't where you want to be. I'm not where I want to be, guys. Like, I don't have any possession in my life of that, what I want. Like, I got big goals and dreams. I don't have the body. I don't have the heart. I don't have the mind that I want. I'm trying to grow into that. Okay. 4 levels of action. One is do nothing. That should be pretty much impossible. The second level of action, guys, is retreat, meaning your boss says, hey, we're going to go after $50,000 this month. And you literally are like, oh, I can't do this. I got to figure this out. You pull back. You don't lean into it. You literally pull back. You start trying to figure out why you can't do it. You literally are sabotaging your thought pattern. Okay. And I guarantee there's a lot of people on this call. We've done this before. I would say when I did it, it's when my mommy and my daddy told me to do something I didn't want to do. I'm like, shit. I didn't say shit to them, but I'm like, shit in my head. I ain't doing that. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. Because I thought my parents were just trying to give me chores. They were trying to teach me lessons. So when I grew up to the man I am today, I had the skill to go after the big goals and dreams. I didn't see it that way. So your boss, your employer, is telling you sometimes, you're like, shit, I don't want to do that. I can't do that. You pull back. They're not trying to harm you. Everybody that's on this call, your employer would love to double your pay, triple your pay, quadruple your pay. They would love to. Love to. The only way to do that is with massive success. Okay. So do nothing, retreat. Third level, normal, meaning you got a task in front of you, you go after it, you try to do it. Okay. I believe 95% of you on this call, that's kind of how you go after a goal in the business, a goal in your personal life, goal in your health, in your relationships. Normal levels of action. You do what you show up on time, you leave on time, you check all the boxes. Okay. I believe that's where most of you guys are. Fourth level of action, most of you guys hopefully should know this. Okay. What level of action can you do that are simple to do? And level 4 is massive levels of action, meaning you have the attitude of whatever it takes, failure is not allowed. So let's say the goal is $50,000 in your business. All right. And let me ask you a question, because I'm going to teach you an exercise. I think actually, if Matt and Joe's on the call, I'm going to kind of run you through the exercise that I did with you guys today. And everyone should have this thinking. It should be impossible to have a 0 day in your business. If you, I don't care what your role is. You could just be answering freaking phone calls. And if you look, there's a goose egg in the business that day. Everybody, you should literally go to your employer and say, please, I beg you, do not pay me for my work today, because I did not actually move the business forward. I actually pulled it back. Because remember, nothing ever stays the same. Everything in life does 2 things, grows or dies. You made 0, the business is dying. You have 2 days of 0, the business is dying almost to death. If it has 3 days in a row, the boss should close up shop, because the boss don't care and you don't care. Should be impossible to have a 0 day. Impossible. So getting that in your head. 0 days, impossible. Counting Sundays. How do we make money on Sunday? Have some product you can sell online. Have a way where it's automatic. You should not have a 0 day ever in a business. Okay. Now, massive levels actions. You got this goal, 50K. Today's the 18th of the month. You got 13 days left. You got a holiday mix in there. And you predict based on revenue, you're going to be $5,000 away. Losing sucks. You should not want to go down with a loss. So if you know you're going to be $5,000 short, you should not wait for the boss to say, hey, Aaron, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? You should not wait. You should actually take initiative, show that you have ownership in your role, and you have ownership and pride in the business, because you're going to treat it like it's your own. Like if I came to your house, right? If Frank or Sarah invited me to their house, like I'm not going to come in there and wreck the joint. I'm going to treat it probably better than I treat my own. I treat my stuff pretty good. I probably treat it better than my own, right? So same thing here. Treat the business that you're working in better than if it was your own, right? Always. It does go notice, okay? So if I'm $5,000 away from the goal, here's what you ask yourself. You know what? Let's make the goal harder. Let's say you're $20,000 away. Don't wait for someone to come to you. What you should do is you should devise the plan. Say, hey, boss, here's the plan. So we fix this gap. I have $20,000 away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at all the products and services that I offer inside the business. All the products and services that I offer inside the business. And then I'm going to think about, what can I sell to one person for $20,000? What can I sell for 2 people at $10,000? 4 people at $5,000. You guys kind of get the math. I'm going to draw this out all the way down till I get to what I want to be the lowest denominator, which would be, in this scenario, 20 people at $1,000. That would be the lowest I want to go. it's probably just as difficult to sell 20 people $1,000 as it is to sell one person 20,000, because you got to find 20 willing people to take you up on a product instead of the one. Then what I'm going to do, guys, is of those strategies, I'm going to pick about 3 of those strategies, maybe the 20K pitch to 5 or 6 people, maybe the 20 people, the $1,000 pitch, I have to pitch maybe 30, 40 people, and maybe something in the middle. And I'm going to devise a plan of what products and services I already have in my business that I can bundle together and sell something of $30,000 of value for 20, or a $1,500 product for $1,000. I'm going to bundle services together. And then I have to take massive levels of action. I cannot call the person one time and say, hey, Frankie, I got this offer for you. Oh, you got time for me to talk to you about it? And let it go. I'm going to talk to him about it. I'm going to follow up the next day with a text. I might have to do a personal visit if it's a $20,000 deal. But if you work inside the business and you know it's not going to hit its target and you don't care, you don't go after it, your employer has a responsibility to put the best person in front of the client that can service them the best. Well, the best person who serves them the best, make sure the business is winning. Like, we cannot have a business that is going under. We can't have 0 days. And you need to care about that, because that's not only your paycheck, it can be your future. And we've talked about how if you resign from the position you're in, if you retreat from the job you're in, you're going to go get another job and you're going to be the same guy. You're going to wake up at 42 years old. You're not going to have the body, the family, the car, the house, the mindset, the heart set, the soul set. You're going to be the same person you are today if you retreat and always run from becoming the person you were designed to be. So my challenge is, of those 4 levels of action, are you doing the most dangerous one, which is normal? Because you think you're doing a lot and you ain't doing shit. Like, does anybody have a 0 day in your business yesterday? Anybody have a 0 day? You didn't ring up a damn thing. Like that should frustrate you, upset you. You should be angry because you let it happen. Now, if I got any employers on the call, your job is to put the accountability. You shouldn't wait till 9:30 at night to send the message. At 4 o'clock, you should be saying, Frankie, what, you haven't rung up anything? Well, I'm teaching class. I got all this stuff. I got nobody to help here. Shit, figure it out, bro. Like, everyone should have an intention to the day. Okay. So just think about, like, the more you add success to the business, you become irreplaceable. You want to become like an Albert or Cameron or Travis or a Reed, people that worked with me and for me, like how they are at the level they're at now is because they stood apart from the pack of showing up early, staying late, asking questions, over promising, over delivering, being there 100% all in, nonstop, and doing whatever it takes for success without asking what they get in return. Right? Nobody wants to be the person who's like, hey, I'll do this for you if you do this for me. Matter of fact, if I buy you a gift, I give you a gift. I give Mike a gift on here. But really, I give him the gift because I want him to be indebted to me. That ain't no damn gift. That ain't a gift. That's called manipulating a situation and a person. Okay? You should never give something and expect something in return. You don't even need to thank you. You give because you want to give. And you can only give things in life that you have experience in too, by the way. Like, you want to give your heart to someone. You want to give your passion to someone when you're teaching martial arts. Like, you can't give it if you don't have it. You can't give money if you don't have it. So the only way you're going to have massive success is you got to keep it simple. Obviously you guys aren't doing nothing, but you don't want to retreat, because every time you retreat, by the way, the only appropriate time to retreat in an action is when you need to take a step back to see everything around you, so you get a clearer view, so you can attack and go really aggressive. Okay. So here's a challenge before I go to the next subject here. Here's my challenge to you. What are you going to do today, Thursday? It's 1:50 on the East Coast. If you're about to teach class in an hour or two, and you're like, well, I don't ring up stuff, I'm the instructor. What are you going to do to make sure that there's actually something rung up today? Do you see a kid that's uniform needs to be replaced? Do you see someone has the wrong sparring gear? Do you see a kid who's in the wrong program? Do you see a kid that's in the class, but his brother's on the side doing his little moves over there, and you go for the ask? Hey, Mom, we can get you started today. Do you recognize the opportunities around you? And how are you supporting? Are you doing your Power 5 meeting pre and post work so you know how to support the salesperson? By the way, you're not a salesperson if you didn't ring up something today. And I'm going to tell you, the greatest salespeople try to figure out how to ring up something before they even walk into work. Think about that. Are you that creative? You're like, I'm going to make a sale before I even show up to work. You want to pull in people to you in your circle that attract you so you can go to your next level. You got to be creative. So if you know right now, the 18th of the month, you're short of your goal, you should write out a plan, execute. If you worked for me, I'm gonna tell you this. If you worked for me, Christopher, yeah, who the F is Chris right here? Like, who's this guy? I'm looking at right now. If he knows the school he's in is going to be short and he worked for me, if he devised a plan, executed, even if it didn't work and he took action, I ain't mad at him. Okay. Now I'm mad if he tries to sell something that's worth 30,000 for 1,000, then something's wrong there. But if we have alignment and trust in each other, which we'd have, of course, and he's like, man, we're going to be $10,000 short. I got a plan. He just does it, doesn't even ask me, and pulls it off, or doesn't, but he went after it. Now, if he doesn't pull it off, I'm going to ask how intensely he went after it, right? But because you can't call somebody one time. Question for everybody on the call: what are you going to do to make sure that you actually hit your target? Targets are designed to be hit. If you lose this month, losing should hurt. Here's how losing hurts. You shouldn't get a bonus. You shouldn't be up for a promotion in position or money. Okay. If you have a 0 day, your boss shouldn't pay you for the day because basically you just showed up and hung out. Oh, but I taught 6 classes. Okay. But nothing got rung up. We didn't gain anything. We would have been better off closing that day. Hey guys, class are canceled today because we're not going to make any money. And so we're going to become a nonprofit. Right. So like, understand in business, guys, you work at Target, you work at Walmart. They don't become big business by letting their cash register let you walk around and never buy anything. Okay. They're ringing up stuff every single day. I forgot the exact number, but I was at the Taylor Swift concert a few weeks ago. In pro shop sales and t-shirts, hats, some bullshit, they were doing $9 million a day in t-shirts and some bullshit that I bought for my daughter. It was $350 for 3 t-shirts and whatever. And people complain about paying $22 for a shirt in your program. And these are $64 shirts. That's a damn screen printed t-shirt that you had to be at a concert you paid thousands of dollars for. Money's everywhere. You guys get worried about asking for $200 a month and somebody dropped $5K, $10K, $30,000 to go to a concert for 4 hours. 70,000 people, 3 nights in a row, 70, 70, 70. Okay. Like in every city, dropping 5, 6, 7, 10, 30, $50,000, $300 on some damn t-shirts. Money is everywhere. So what 4 levels of action are you falling into right now? And where do you have to get to whatever it takes? Because the goal is for you to own the space where your feet are, dominate your space, customer service your people so they don't think about anybody else. They don't want to go anywhere else. They want everything you got because you treat them with kindness, care, and you solve their problem. You solve the problem. All right, switching gears. Not really switching gears, kind of on the same message, but just a little thought on this. Life will get you what you fight for. Life will give you what you fight for. There is not a single person on this call who will not have adversity. Adversity strikes every man, every woman, everybody. What is adversity? It's God's way of testing your will, how bad you want your dream. You want to become whatever you set out for life. Independently wealthy. You want to change your family tree. Maybe you just want to get to a level of comfort in your life where you're not stressed about where your next meal is coming from. You can take a vacation, ride some horses. Like you just want to get to a point in life where you can have some of those things. You don't have to be multimillionaire for your goals, but maybe that is your goal. Okay. It's your goals, your dreams. Your life's going to give you what you fight for. And when adversity comes, it is a test of your will, of how serious you are about targets and goals in life. There's one thing I've learned: nothing worth having comes easy. And by the way, once you get it, it's even harder to keep it. So you go to the gym to build some muscle. Are you building muscle every day to be better at a phone call, to be better at teaching a class, to service a client, to be able to talk to your husband or your wife? Are you going to the gym every day to be a better father or mother? Are you physically, mentally, and emotionally working yourself to a next best version of yourself? Are you fighting to be a better person, or you just do normal? Most dangerous level of action. You think that just waking up, which is a blessing, and just doing your little gym and spending a little time with the family and going to work and doing a decent job and getting home, repeat for 50 years of your life. Not really thinking that's remarkable as a life. So adversity will strike you. Are you building the muscle to be able to handle the adversity? Could be a family member sick, financial problems, relationship problems. Who knows what it's going to be? Okay. And when you're tested, know it's a test in the moment. Do everything you can to pass it. And by the way, they're going to keep getting bigger. The bigger you go, the harder the tests that come your way, the bigger the adversity. So build that muscle. Life will get you what you fight for. Okay. And lastly, we all are on a limited time frame. Got 24 hours. You've all heard this preached to us before. I'm sure my mom's told me this 5,000 times. Some of us suffer with not getting enough done within that 24 hours. Or we suffer with getting distracted, right? You've got cell phones, computers, video games, movies, Netflix, whatever. You get distracted. The world distracts you. The day gets away from you. You still got things to get done. It doesn't get done. The laundry piles up big. Just remember this, right? The pile of shit's easier to shovel when it's small. So we all have a limited time. And not only with the 24 hours, you have limited time in life, because all of us are closer to the grave every single day. And no one knows when that time is. So you could take the approach. If that's the case, none of this means anything. Why try? What are we doing this for? By the way, I think that way sometimes. Why am I working so hard if at the end of the day, none of this matters? I could die tomorrow. Why am I trying to work myself to death? That thought does enter sometimes. The reality is probably most of us will live longer than we think we're going to live. And so you need to have the approach that, let me build something so big, so when adversity strikes, and it will, that I have the ability to have the time to focus on that, to overcome that obstacle in my life. I have the success in relationships. I have the success in connections and financial, and I'm just remarkable at what I do. Guys, you want success? What your job is right now, become the best at it. That's what Cameron did. Cameron became the best of all the people I had in a small group when I was first growing. It became the best opportunity for me to go to my next level. You can have anything in your life and you want, as long as you help enough people get what they want. He's helped me get to where I'm at. I know for a fact, without a Cameron in my life, I wouldn't be able to achieve the things I have now, right? So understand, you need to become that person, not just at work, but in your family, with your friends. Like, that's the life you should be chasing. So when you step on the mat to teach a class today, or you're in a sales office today, or you're on the phone with someone today, it's a privilege. It's not a job. It's a privilege to have the opportunity to serve people, to solve the problem. They're calling you guys at a karate school because their kids have an issue. They're getting bullied. They're getting picked on. A woman just got raped. She needs self-defense. After the fact, that's typically how it happens. Guys, I've had a lot of those calls. Unfortunately, kids got bad grades and needs focus. They're calling you to solve a problem, and they called you. It's a privilege. So be damn good so you actually can solve the problem to get them in, not just to make money. So you actually can do what you say you're going to do. Care about your role. Become remarkable, irreplaceable, so you can have the life you've always wanted. All right. So 4 levels of action. Nothing. Do nothing. That's not you guys. Retreat. Sometimes that's you. Normal. I think that's most of you guys. You're taking things as they come. I want you guys to go massive. I want you to figure out today. Like, if you don't ring up something today or help with it, like, some of you guys should have the cojones to say, hey, Mr. Boss, I didn't do my part today. You lost money today. You know what? You hurt, I should hurt. Because that's the relationship you should want. Because of my success, Cameron being a facilitator to help me get there, I'm going to be able to open up a lot of opportunities for Cameron because I love him in a different way. He's not just an employee. That's when it becomes family. Okay. You should think about, you have an opportunity in front of you, massive levels of action. Then you can have the life you actually dreamed of. Because if we have limited time, why not go after the big dream? All right. Hey, thanks, guys, for spending time with me. It's a privilege to serve your people. Understand that. solve the problem, serve them every single day, and find a way to be the best version of yourself personally, professionally. Take care of your heart, your mind, your health, so you can serve everybody in your life. All right. See you guys next Thursday. Challenge yourself, solve the problems of your people and the business. Prove to yourself you can be your most remarkable self. See you guys next Thursday. Bye, guys.